Good day, everyone. I am Lamangen from 2BSEA, and I am going to report to you the Module 5 Flexible Learning Environment. Now, what is flexible learning? So, flexible learning, as the name suggests, can be defined as the ability for students to customize how, what, when, and where they learn. Generally speaking, flexible learning can be delivered across a variety of settings, including classroom, at home, blended approach, or even a work based study program. Why flexibility is important for students? Flexible learning can provide access to a high quality education and learning experience to students who might not otherwise have had the chance to do so. With this kind of learning approach, students are able to refer to materials and resources as needed, are able to advance through content at their own pace, and choose a course suitable to their existing knowledge and capabilities. Now let's talk about online distance learning. Distance learning is a learning process where students receive instruction through online courses, video recordings, video conferencing, or any other form of audio and visual technology. This modality of instruction can be achieved by utilizing different platforms available online. So we have here first is the Moodle. Growing up in the Australian outback in the late 1970s, Moodle's founder and lead developer, Martin Dogyamas, took training from the School of the Air, giving him from a younger age and perception into distance learning. He developed Moodle to allow you to create a private online learning space full of engaging activities and materials. You will always have full control of all your data and how your teachers, students, and administrators are integrated into the system. Next is the Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a reliable tool for schoolroom management. This is an exceptional platform for student assessment, grading, and teacher-student communication. This is not as powerful as LMS might be. However, it nevertheless helps all individuals of the gaining knowledge of technique to gain better results. Google Classroom connects all specific Google offerings collectively to assist instructors and establishments go paperless. Assignments are created through Google Drive. Gmail is used for schoolroom communication. Students can get notifications in two exceptional ways through an organization database and person code, which then can be added to the pupil interface or exported from an LMS. Next is Schoology. Schoology may be a social organizing benefit and virtual learning environment for K-12 and higher education that permits students to form, learn, and share scholarly substance. It effortlessly constructs courses that use modern and existing substance. Teachers can rapidly make media-rich lessons, reuse their past courses, and indeed insert substance from Google Drive, Microsoft Office, YouTube, and endless other web devices. Next is the Edmodo. Edmodo is an instructional technological know-how organization imparting a communication, collaboration, and teaching platform to K-12 schools and teachers. It allows instructors to share content, distribute quizzes, assignments, and manipulate conversation with students, colleagues, and parents. Next on the list is the MOOC, or the Massive Open Online Course. MOOC is an online route aimed at limitless participation and open get entry to by way of the web. In addition to normal course materials such as filmed lectures, readings, and problem sets, it furnishes interactive courses with social media discussions to guide neighborhood interactions among students, professors, and educating assistants. Now, we are going to talk about the synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning. It is a learning process in which teacher and students gathered in a learning environment at the same time. It can be within the same physical area or at the same online environment where they can associate with their instructor and their classmates. This means that there's a real interaction among themselves. Asynchronous learning. It is a student-centered teaching method widely used in an online learning. Its basic premise is that learning can occur in different times and spaces particular to each learner. In asynchronous learning, instructors usually set up a learning path which students engage with at their own pace. Now, why many instructors teach asynchronously? Streaming video and connecting to online meetings uses significant amounts of data and requires fast internet connections to which not all students may have access. With asynchronous learning, instructors can take their time setting up the learning path and making sure it is up to code before students have access. At this point of time, we are going to talk about the blended learning. Some examples of blended or hybrid learning would be instructor to deliver content through e-learning, webinars, conference calls, live or online sessions with understudies. Other informal way to utilize learning and interaction, social media driven instruction and mindfulness programs. It increments the scope of conveying personalized instruction to different type of learners by use of technology in the learning process. This approach is at least 50 to 50% online and face-to-face learning instructions. There are few models through which hybrid learning can be implemented in schools. They include the following approaches. First is the face-to-face driver. The teacher is the primary instructor of and drives the discussion and augmented with the use of digital media solutions for education. Next is the rotation. Students go through cyclic frequencies of independent online reading wherein they first research about the subject matter themselves and then share their findings in classroom interaction with the teachers and other peers. Next is the flex. A large proportion of the curriculum will be driven online, independent research by the students, and this will be supplemented by the support of the teacher. This model is primarily driven by the use of different digital platforms to facilitate education. Face-to-face driver. The teacher is the primary instructor and drives the discussion and augmented with the use of digital media solutions for education. Next is the rotation. Students go through cyclic frequencies of independent online reading wherein they first research about the subject matter themselves and then share their findings in classroom interaction with the teachers and other peers. Next is the flex. A large proportion of the curriculum will be driven online, independent research by the students, and this will be supplemented by the support of the teacher. Labs. The entire curriculum is routed via a digital platform but within the bounds of physical space. This setting is usually used within the traditional classroom context. Next is the self-blend. Students choose to combine their traditional knowledge along with the things that they pick up from their research. Next, and definitely the last, online driver. Students follow the course guidelines of an online course wherein the teacher can make regular check-ins and give steady feedbacks. In this approach, face-to-face interactions are kept at a minimum and only fixed when there is an absolute need for one. Online communities of learning. Students and teachers meet through a platform to share expertise and gain specific mastering objectives. This knowledge can be shared through content types such as written text, video, or audio. Online discussion and explanations can additionally be performed within the classrooms or forums. Understanding networking. Networking frequently starts with a single point of common ground. The most obvious is a friends group, such as relatives or social groups, but some humans locate superb networking possibilities in a university alumni group, a church, or personal club. For teachers and learners, the satisfactory networking possibilities might also appear at alternate discussion and lectures in a social media which are designed to attract a giant crowd of like-minded individuals. Networking helps a teachers preserve up with events in the field and develops interaction among the learners. Needless to say, it additionally provides possibilities to help other learners discover new ideas, make connections, and catch up on the news. Education related learning communities. First, we have here TeacherTube. TeacherTube is an online community for educators and other people who want to share instructional videos. Next is We the Teachers. This was created specifically for teachers. This online community provides a place for educators to connect, share resources, and ask questions. Next is the Teach Aid. It is a social network for educators. Members can find and share lesson plans, audio, video, and other multimedia resources. Earlier, we talked about educational or education related learning communities. Now we will proceed to learning communities. First is we have Learn Hub is a home to many different online communities for students and lifelong learners. Next is the Grade Guru, created for college students. This free knowledge sharing network makes it easy for students to share and find class specific notes. Members can also utilize Grade Guru's free study materials and academic tools. Next is the Connections. This RISE University site allows members to contribute learning modules and study modules that have been created by other people. Social media for learning, alternatively referred to as a digital community or profile site. A social network is an internet site that brings human beings together to talk, share ideas and interests, or make new friends. This type of collaboration and sharing is acknowledged as social media. Unlike regular media that is created by using no greater than 10 people, social media contains content material created by using hundreds or even millions of extraordinary people. Below is a small listing of some of the largest social networks used today. So first we have Classmates, one of the largest websites for connecting high school friends and keeping in touch with them and future reunions. Next is Facebook, the most popular social networking website on the internet. Facebook is a popular destination for users to set up personal space and connect with friends, share pictures, share movies, talk about what you're doing, and etc. Next is the Instagram, a mobile photo sharing service and application available for the iPhone, Android, Windows Phone platforms. LinkedIn, one of the best, if not the best, locations to connect with current and past co-workers and potentially future employers. Next is definitely the last, Pinterest, a popular picture and sharing service that allows anyone to share pictures, create collections, and more. Classmates, one of the largest websites for connecting high school friends and keeping in touch with them and future reunions. Facebook, the most popular social networking websites on the internet. Facebook is a popular destination for users to set up personal space and connect with friends, share pictures, share movies, talk about what you're doing, and etc. Instagram, a mobile photo sharing service and application available for the iPhone, Android, and Windows Phone platforms. LinkedIn, one of the best, if not the best, locations to connect with current and past co-workers and potentially future employers. Last is the Pinterest, a popular picture and sharing service that allows anyone to share pictures, create collections, and more. Now we are going to talk about the advantages of flexible learning environment. First is convenient and easy to use learning platform. Online learning platforms are more sophisticated and fit for purpose than ever before, and you don't have to be tech pro to study online. You simply need an internet connection to access resources. Next is flexible blending learning environment still allow you to interact with others. Many people have preconceptions about online learning, believing that it might be isolating for students. However, courses have come a long way since their beginnings, and the PGCHE at Falmouth encourages student tutor and student student interaction. You will participate in class discussions, upload and share examples of your developing practice, and receive continuous feedback from your e-tutor about your work. Next is access all the resources the university has to offer despite being off campus. Choosing flexible learning doesn't mean you won't be able to make the most of what the university has to offer. Last but not the least, fit everything around your lifestyle. The clue is in the name flexible. Flexible learning means the experience fits in with your lifestyle. Yes, there are deadlines, but you choose when you study and where. The PGCHE at Falmouth embraces a learning by doing philosophy, and you will discover what it's like to learn and teach both face to face and online through your own learning experience completing the course.